we're live right now. Good afternoon. Had to check that through my head. Had a little bit of a brain fart with that one. Good afternoon, IHSA Football family. How you guys doing? My name is Pierre Limber, a.k.a. Coach Big Pete, publisher of DeepDishFootball.com. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email, again, is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. That's CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Yes, I'm back as publisher of Deep Dish Football. Again, just for this year. And again, doing this Deep Dish Football Live again for the fundraiser, DeepDishFootball.com. Got to pay off those bills to keep DeepDishFootball.com running. Right now at 57 or 56% of the goal. Check it out on DeepDishFootball.com. All right. And with that, there will be also a live broadcast next week and the week after that. So it should be a lot of fun. Let me get something right out of here. I apologize. Yes. Again, looking for Publisher 7. This is going to be an open search if you're interested in taking over for Publisher of Deep Dish Football. Please let me know. My email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Want to get a publisher to take over DeepDishFootball.com by at least the first week of December or last week of November after the state finals. Going to be doing the same thing as always. Going to be visiting schools, visiting training services. I think I've got 3 visits already set up for next month. We'll be at the Westmont Yard for for 7-on-7 football from April to May. Checking out 7-on-7 football teams as usual, as is tradition. And again, let's see anything else. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Also on Instagram Live, Facebook Live, on Twitter, Snapchat, yada, 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 the whole shebang. Broadcast will be next weekend. I will go over a new topic after that. And again, if you guys don't know me, because I know I got a bunch of new followers, and I am publisher 6 of Deep Dish Football. Coached at Westmont High School, and was the JV coach, offensive line, defensive line coach. Was on the panel for Deep Dish Football in 2015. Took over as Publisher 6, 2016. And was supposed to leave this December for a new job. New job didn't work out. So I am back as publisher for Deep Dish Football. And again, looking for a Publisher 7. This is an open search. Anyone that's interested, that's passionate about the game of football, please let me know. Again, my email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Going to be doing some more broadcasts as well. All right, so we begin as always with, I'm just going to rip this out. Take my notes out easily. Sick and tired of holding a notebook. We begin with why you're not getting recruited, and this is the special for today. Next week will be a different thing. Probably talk about some deep, dark secrets that people don't want to talk about in recruiting, but we're going to talk about this. And again, why you're not being recruited, and the main thing, and this is going to sound stupid as always, and I always tell this to parents and kids, and they don't do it, and they get angry in December when they don't get any looks at by college coaches. The most important thing for you as a recruit, and parents, if you're watching this too, is to fill out the college football recruiting questionnaires on Division III, Division II, Division I, junior college, NAIA schools, all. Fill them all out. Fill out all the questionnaires. If you're living in the state of Illinois, fill out every questionnaire in every Illinois school. I know Trinity International University just asked their football program, but every school, fill out the recruiting questionnaire. That is the best first place for free exposure. And there's a lot of kids that refuse to do it. And it pisses me off. Kids, recruits, fill out those recruiting questionnaires. It's absolutely free on the college team's websites. All you have to do is search for the college, the team, on a search engine. Click on there, and it will have either Recruit Me, Player Questionnaire, Player Survey, or Someone Please Look at Me, or Recruit Info. Fill it out. That is the best way for you to get free exposure to college coaches. And there are so many recruits, and I mean so many recruits, that do not follow this information. And their senior year, they get pissed off into December when they say that, college coaches are looking at me. Did you fill out the questionnaires? Oh, no, I didn't do that. You have to fill out those college questionnaires. Take a weekend with your parents and just go through 14, 20 questionnaires. You can at least get 80 90 questionnaires filled out within maybe 3 to 4 weekends. And it's it's fun sometimes. But again, it gets you free information. Also, email as well, because of some surveys not being there on the website. And most of the surveys in Illinois, especially in the state of Illinois, they're all there. Fill them out. I think there's only one school in the state of Illinois, it's a Division III school, that does not have a questionnaire, but all of them do. Fill them out. Fill out the Wisconsin ones, especially the WIAC conference, Wisconsin Platteville, Wisconsin Oshkosh, Wisconsin Whitewater. Fill them out. Get that free exposure. And again, college coaches talk to all other college coaches. And if you're not able to play at that level, and that college coach knows that you're not able to play that level, he will send that kid's info to one of his friends. So please, I beg of you, fill out those free recruiting college athletic questionnaires on college teams' websites. And if you need a more of a thing, the best thing to do is search Division III conferences, Division II conferences, Division I conferences. You'll see all the schools. Click on those schools, go to the athletics department, look for the football, and then find that questionnaire and fill it out. I had a kid, it was 2 years ago. He filled out over 200 questionnaires. He got his information out. He came out with, I think, a couple Division II offers, and he had one full scholarship offer, Division II. So, again, fill them out. That's one of the big things that kids don't do, and that's one big reasons why they don't get recruited, is because they don't fill out the free college recruiting questionnaires. And do not pay anyone to do it for you. Do it yourself. You must do it for yourself, because a lot of those jackasses that do that, they send out the emails, they send out the information, it comes back as a spam and a bot to a college coach and automatically goes to trash. Do it yourself. Fill out those free college recruiting questionnaires. I know it's crazy. I know a lot of people don't quite understand it, but it's one of those things that you gotta do. It's a tedious task, I know, but you must do it. And I know a lot of kids that have updated it, and they keep doing it, and they got them offers. So please do it. Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, JUCO, fill them all out. I keep saying this. I've said this now for about 7 years now. 7 years, people. And I just saw a kid, he got screwed out of money today. He got screwed out of money because he paid for a bullshit recruiting service. Don't do it. Just do it yourself. It's absolutely free. College recruiting is free. All right, we're done. I already talked about this so many times. I swear I can write a movie about it. And I'm watching my language. I do apologize. All right. Now, we get into the Division I portion. And the Division I portion to me is, and this is a big thing because kids don't understand this, on why they're not being recruited by Division I schools. Size and speed. Size is a big factor. A lot of Division I schools do look at the size of a player. I don't think that's much of a surprise to anyone. Size with a Division I player is going down slowly by 1/8 of an inch, but it's going down. But please understand, if you're a 5'10" quarterback, you're not going to get the looks that you want. If you're a 5'9" quarterback, you ain't going to get the looks. If you're a 5'9" offensive guard, you're not going to get the looks. If you're a 5'10" tight end, you're not going to get looks. If you're a 6-foot tight end, you're not going to get looks. If you're a 6'1" tight end, you're not going to get any looks. If you're a wide receiver and you're 5'8", you're not. You're not going to get any looks. But what happens if you can do is if you make up for what you don't have in size, you can have speed, and that's a big attraction factor for coaches is speed, and that's a big thing. And I've seen kids that have run a was it a 4.9, and they get angry that they didn't get any Division I offers. Well, they look at that, and I know it's very caveman-esque. There's better ways of telling through speed, which is very true, but a lot of college coaches look at that 40 time, and they also know when you're lying, so don't lie as well. But again, those are the two big things. The biggest thing is the presentation factor of a player, his size and his speed. That's the most important thing. Now, for a quarterback, again, it's going to always be one of those size things. But again, I'm happy to see that smaller quarterbacks have been proving that BS myth, and you see now they're looking more at smaller quarterbacks, which I'm happy to see. Which is a definite positive thing. And again, like I said, player size is going down. We're getting out, a lot of big people are not going out for football that much now. So again, size and speed. And this is for Division One. This is only for, please understand, this is for Division One. Division One. It's, you got to understand that. Also, talent. And it always is talent. There's just some kids again that don't have that don't have that growth in talent, that growth in potential. And college coaches look at players about not where they're at, but what they could become. That's a big thing for college coaches, and a lot of recruits don't understand that. That's the most important thing. Not where they're at, but what they can do. That is one of the most important things. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jackson. One other thing too, there's not enough film. There's a lot of times where a player will be showing film in his huddle, and there's just not that much. And I saw some kids again, especially with offensive linemen, they threw a bunch of pass blocking, but they didn't show any run blocking. That's one of the more important things. Show an array of your talents. Show an array of your talents. Show a variation of what you can do on that film. I saw a wide receiver, all he did was post his out route. That's it. You can't do that. Post all those routes, post some of your blocking. That's another important thing. Quarterback, low level, mid level throws, big as well. And again, there's a quarterback I knew a couple of years ago. Oh, he could toss it, no doubt about it. He could toss it for 40, 45 yards. But his short passing, it was atrocious. So please understand it. That's another thing that you got to look at. One other thing, and this is just crazy, interest in football. Sometimes the kid doesn't want to play football, and you have the parents pushing them. You know, and the kid's afraid to tell the parents, "I don't want to play football." And this is a big message to the parents: do not force your kids to play football. And you can see it, especially in the summer camps. You can see the interest in the kid's eyes when he does not want to play college football. You know it, and it's always you see the parent. They're not literally pushing the kid, but just their characteristics, the way that they hold themselves, their body language to coach. You can tell that a kid does not want to play college football. And that's no problem. And I hate it when parents force kids to play high school football. I think it's absolutely atrocious, and I think it's a mistake. I think it's bad for the relationship of the parent between the kid. So I don't like that, and I think a lot of college coaches see it. There was a top recruit a couple of years ago at North Central. He was a Big Ten talent, no doubt about that. There were Big Ten coaches there, but again, the question was, this is the parent that's living through the kid that wants to play college football. The kid wants nothing to do with college football. The kid wants to go, I think it was like, he wanted to paint or whatever. He was an artist, and he was just being forced by the parent. So, again, the most important thing that I talk about is body language, and kids just... recruits tell your parents, I don't want to play college football. They would completely understand. I do articles I interview kids that aren't going to play college football, and I'm happy about it. I love doing those interviews. But again, body language is another key in why you're not getting recruited. Another one is no effort. And this one drives me crazy. There are currently, I think it was last year, there were 12 recruits that were Division I talented recruits, but they showed no effort on their game film. They gave up on routes. They gave up on throws. They just gave up. They were lazy on film. You can't do that, especially when you put it on your game film. We had coaches and scouts visit the games, and they saw there was absolutely no effort. And that's one of the big things one of the main reasons why you're not getting recruited. I coached a kid. He could have been an FBS player, but he did not have any effort. And you see it. There's a bunch of games where I have gone to where you've seen kids. Oh man, this kid's a talent. This is a one in a generation talent. No effort. He got his favorite route. He ran his favorite route, and when he was told to block, he didn't want to block. He got lazy. College coaches don't want that crap. So again, the big thing is that you put a maximum effort into this if you want to be recruited. You must put maximum effort. No half-assing. You can't do it. It's not good. I talked about interest in football. Coaches are going to ask, do you love the game? And I said this before, just a couple minutes ago. The most important thing is that you love this game, that you love to play this game. Because there's a lot of kids, you can fake all you want to, you can bullshit, you can lie. But the coaches can see it in your eyes, can see it the way you set yourself an example on the field. So, again, just some things to think about. I talked about talent, I talked about size, I talked about speed. Now we get to the stupidest stuff. We get to the things of, again, the big thing that I always have said, and I talked about this numerous times, I've seen kids literally ruin their scholarship, get their offers pulled or yanked because they started a fight with a coach on the sideline. They were cursing at their coach. They sat by themselves. They didn't want anything to do with their team. They acted like a diva. You do that crap, college coaches, that stuff's going to get back to a college coach. Everything that you do in the public eye for high school football during a game will get back to a college coach. So, again, the big thing is be part of that team. Be a good teammate. Be good to your coach. And again, I'm going to say this right now. The most important thing for a recruit is the relationship between the coach and that player. If you want to get recruited, the most important word for a college coach is that high school coach. That is the most important thing. That's one thing that you guys, it's one of the big ones that some people don't understand. They want to hear from the high school coach. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You could get away from the 90s, early 2000s. You know that high school coach, he was a real asshole. Not now. A lot of the high school coaches now are willing to do anything and everything for a recruit. So, like I said before, the most important thing is that relationship. And for you to sit down with your coach and say, hey, coach, yada, 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 you know what? I'm interested in getting recruited. Okay, I'll put you on a list. I'm happy to know that you want to play college football. Because there's a bunch of kids that literally recruits that do not tell their high school coach that they don't want to, that they're interested in playing college football. They don't tell them. I have had to talk, I think it was 6 coaches last year. They were completely shocked that the kids wanted to play college football because they never communicated that they wanted to play college football to their coach. And that is the most thing. Having an open line of communication with the high school coach, having the ability, and including parents as well, to talk with the high school coach and setting a plan up. Or I've had parents invite a high school coach for dinner to talk about their son and their recruiting. And again, if you want to get your son recruited and that, do not burn bridges. That's the most important thing. And two, be very open-minded to critiques. That could really help as well. So please understand it. And again, the most important thing that you must understand, and I say this again for the fifth time in this video, the relationship between the player and the coach is the most important thing for a college coach to know. Can this kid be coached? Can he take critique? That is the most important thing. And there's a lot of kids that have gotten offers and yanked offers because some of the college coaches found out, you know what, this kid's not easy going. Not easy going. This kid does not want to listen. And that is the most important thing. So please understand, that's one of the big reasons why you're not getting recruited. Now we get into character issues. Again, there's been kids with character issues that I've seen numerous times. Social media posts. Kid decides to post a picture of himself with a gun, smoking a blunt, drinking. They've gotten offers pulled, posted something sexist, homophobic, transphobic, anything phobic. You can't do it. We live in a new woke age. Again, you have to play everything smart, and you just have to play stupid on social media. You can't post that crap. You shouldn't be doing it, and you should not be posting it because, again, the media members, they're looking for it. They're sharks. They are sharks in the ocean. And if they got anything that they find controversial or anything that you can say controversial, they'll eat it up. And again, we live in a new age of college coaches getting blamed for everything. So if a kid does something, that college coach, he's going to get fired. So that's why college coaches are very precautious. I mean, the job that I was going to do, I was looking at NIL deals. I was investigating kids and their families to see what they were up to, and was highly one of the biggest new jobs, hottest jobs now in college football, is now NIL deal investigators, recruit investigators, doing a whole background check. It's going to become very, very popular. It's going to become very popular because you got NIL deals and all the other stuff. And when you get money involved, it's going to be crazy. So just, again, watch what you put online. And parents, definitely, and this is a big thing too. I've seen kids get offers pulled not because of the kid, what the kid posted, but what the parent posted about the coach or about the school or what the parent posted about whatever. Parents, watch what you post. I mean, when I was working the last company, it was 3 weeks ago, I had a stack of printed pages that I had to send out to a university of what a parent posted. And the parent was an absolute screwball. And that kid's offer got yanked. So again, the most important thing, I'm going to say this to parents, is if you're angry on social media, you're probably going to hurt your kids. So don't be angry on social media. And Ed, should I take my own words of advice? Yes, most likely. But I don't have any kids that are going up for a Division I offer. But again, parents, watch what you post. Kids, watch what you post as well. That is a very important thing, please. Yeah, I understand that. I was going to say, that's probably, and again, just to go over some of the dummy points, again, grades, they're always important. And I know, stop. I know what you're going to type too. Well, did you see the NCAA? Yes, I did see it. But that rule is going to be very interesting because you're going to have half the universities are probably going to go with that rule. You're going to have half the universities that aren't making money off of football that are probably going to say you're still going to need the scores and grades to get into school. So we will see what happens. But again, just in case, grades, ACT score, SAT scores, they are important. Get those grades up, kids. And I'll keep preaching that. I know the new NCAA rules, but again, grades are a very important thing. And That's about it. Why you're not going to get recruited. I bet don't pay for recruiting services. I talked about that before. But again, the main thing, again, and the big first thing that I talked about, one of the main things that you're not getting recruited is you ain't filling out recruiting surveys, questionnaires on any of that BS. Follow college coaches. Tweet your huddles at them. Make yourself visible on social media. Have a Twitter account. I know too many kids right now that could be sitting with Division I offers. They didn't have a Twitter account. So many kids. Also, one of the big things too is I know game film. I've seen kids do the smart thing. They take their phone, they watch the huddle on the computer, they film it on their phone, and they put it on YouTube. That also helps as well. Because I know some coaches don't want to give away their plays, even though most of the high school coaching staffs that they face know what offense they're already trying to run. So, again, that's another thing to look at as well. But again, the big thing is filling out those recruiting questionnaires and surveys. You also have scouts that are paid for by college coaches. One of them is Chris Roll. Chris Roll of National Preps. He took over for Clint Cosgrove. Make sure you follow Chris Roll, former Lake Park head coach. He scouts for National Preps. Also, Brian Alt of Catapult Sports. He does the same thing. He gets paid by college coaches to scout as well. Follow Brian Alt of Catapult Sports. He does the scouting for Illinois for Catapult Sports. He gets paid by college coaches as well. Check that out as well. Also, fill out National Prep Red Zone. Fill out the Deep Dish Football Recruiting Questionnaire. It's on deepdishfootball.com. If you like my work, feel free to leave a tip. Donation, doing the fundraiser on deepdishfootball.com. Check it out. Just to pay the bills to keep Deep Dish Football going on Wix. Thanks, Wix. But yeah, so that is it. I'm going to be doing another episode next week. I'll pick another topic, but those were the main reasons why you are not getting recruited. Again, follow Coach Big Pete, Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm still doing free recruiting advisement sessions all the way till August. If you want to schedule a free recruiting advisement session, my email is coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. I've been a little bit slow replying to emails. That's my fault. A lot of stuff, just trying to get everything settled and everything reopened again for Deep Dish Football. But again, my email is coachbigpete@gmail.com. And again, if you have any questions, my email is again coachbigpete@gmail.com. Follow Coach Big Pete, Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This was the first full Deep Dish Football Live where I am back as publisher. Thank you guys so much for joining. And if you guys have any questions, email me at coachbigpete@gmail.com. Thank you for joining. I will see you. I'm going to do the next episode. I'm going to do this coming Saturday. I'll do it Saturday. I'll do the information and the topic of another Deep Dish Football Live. Thank you guys so much for joining.